If you're looking for some super easy, low-fat, weight loss meals that will help support your weight loss journey, then I've got 3 really good ones for you today. Hi, I'm Debbie Chu, and this is my channel, Chew on Vegan. I'm a full-time nurse, and I love to share quick and easy whole food plant-based recipes with you. I follow the Starch solution, and it helped me lose those last 15 pounds. And these meals that I'm going to show you today are 3 that I have been eating over the past, since January 2020, and it has helped me maintain my weight. So if all that sounds good to you, please subscribe. You can also follow me on Instagram. If you're new to this way of eating or just feel like you need some support, I started a Facebook group, and we're a group of like-minded people, and you will get inspiration, recipes, and the support that you need to help you through this weight loss journey. I will put a link to my Facebook group in the description box below and would love to have you join us. So let's get started with the first of the 3 recipes, and this one's going to be a very quick and easy oatmeal recipe. So I'm starting with 2 cups of gluten-free oats. I've got a 1.5 cup and a 1/2 cup. I'm going to add some pumpkin spice and a little bit of cinnamon to some boiling water. And this is going to be enough for my breakfast today and for about 3 days at work. So if you're going to cook something, you might as well cook a lot, and then you're on your way to meal prepping. Super easy. So I've got 4 cups of water boiling because I'm doing 2 cups of oats. That's what how I like to do it. You double the amount of water for the amount of oats that you use. That's the consistency that I like. If you like thicker oatmeal, then use less water. So we're just gonna put the oats in here. And this is boiling, and I'm gonna turn it down, but I wanna give it a nice stir. And then I will turn it down a bit. And if you put the wooden spoon on top, it will not boil over. Then I'm gonna add a generous amount of cinnamon, and that's totally up to you. And then, since we're getting on fall here, I like to just add a little bit of pumpkin spice. Give this a stir. And now I'm gonna let these cook for about 10 minutes or so till I get the consistency that I like. And I'm gonna turn it down a little bit more because you want it to be a nice simmer. And then I'll show you how I finish it up. So this is about the consistency I like. I don't like it super dry. So this is how I divide it up. I have these cool little reusable containers, and I think they're about 4 ounces and maybe a little bit more. And so I just fill those up. Then I've got my breakfast for today, and then I'm just gonna add some blueberries and bananas. What's great is now I have breakfast for the next 3 days, or whenever I break my fast. It's not necessarily at breakfast time. And then I'll just add blueberries to each one. Then I'll just put a little bit of banana on each. Then when these cool, I'll put the lids on and put them in the fridge, and then they're ready for me to go for my next day work. And of course you can add, if you want to add maple syrup or a little bit of soy milk, that's up to you. This is how I like mine, perfect with a little fruit. And then for work, I will bring some veggies, and then at home here, I will have a side of steamed veggies. And here's my bowl of steamed green beans, and this will be my breakfast. And I almost forgot, I like to sprinkle on a little additional cinnamon. Cinnamon is such a great spice to add to your foods. It helps regulate your blood sugar. So I highly recommend adding some cinnamon to your oatmeal. So I've got a little bit of water in my always pan, and I'm gonna start with some veggies. This is another super simple go-to meal for me. So I've got about a teaspoon of minced garlic. Then I'm going to add in some carrots, onions, and I have a red bell pepper. This is on medium heat, and we're gonna let this saute for a few minutes. As always, all of my instructions, ingredients, exact amounts will be in the description box. So I'm going to cover this and let this cook for a few minutes. So these have been going for about 4 or 5 minutes. Now I'm going to add a cup of chickpeas that were rinsed and drained, and I'm going to add some spices. I've got some nutritional yeast, turmeric, a little onion powder, and a little salt. I'm going to add a little bit more water, and then we're going to let this saute for a couple of minutes. Lastly, we're going to throw in a couple cups of spinach. And we'll cover this and let this wilt in here for about 2 minutes once we give it a real good stir. So here you go. And I just serve it with some crispy potatoes. I just had a baked potato in there. I put some seasonings, chopped it up, and put it in my air fryer. And this is a delicious, quick and easy meal. This is great for a weeknight dinner. It comes together super fast. If you want to double the recipe, then you've got a couple lunches for the next day. So think ahead and double or triple recipes while you're making them so you can have food for a few days and you don't have to worry about it. So you will notice that this recipe is going to be starting very similar to the last one. And that is by design. If you only need to buy a few ingredients at the store, it just simplifies your life. So I like to buy ingredients that I'm going to use in 2 or 3 recipes, and then it's just a lot less brain power. So I've got a little bit of water in here. We're going to start with about a teaspoon of garlic on medium heat again. So we've got our garlic in there, and then we're going to do again with carrots, bell pepper, onion, and we will let these saute for 4 to 5 minutes. Now we're going to add the rest of our veggies in. I've got about a half a cup of yellow squash. I've got a zucchini, about a half a cup, some sliced mushrooms, and then we're going to let these saute a couple minutes. And the reason why I'm doing these second is because these will cook faster than the onion and the carrot. So this way they all kind of cook at the same time. Now we'll add the last few ingredients. I'm going to add 1½ tablespoons of tomato paste, 1 small chopped tomato. I've got some chickpeas, seasonings, which consist of some salt, some onion powder, some smoked paprika, and some Italian seasoning, and a few olives. And we're going to give this a good stir. Then we'll cover this and let it cook for a couple of minutes. Final ingredient is a cup of chopped spinach. What would one of my recipes be without some greens? So again, we're going to stir it around, cover it for a couple minutes, and then we're done. So here's the final recipe, and I paired it with some rice, and I love to mix brown and white rice together. For this particular recipe, I did 1 cup of brown rice and a half a cup of white rice. Just put it in my rice cooker, 3 cups of water, and it comes out perfect every time. So it doesn't matter that one's white and one's brown, they mix together beautifully, and it's a great way to disguise it for your kids if they don't like brown rice, or your husband. So let's give this one a taste. So good. So simple, so basic. And that's how you want your recipes to be. Simple and basic. So I hope you try these 3 simple recipes for maximum weight loss. These worked for me. I know they'll work for you. And remember, double the recipe, and that way you have leftovers and you could take them to work, or you'll have them if you work from home. You can have them for lunch the next day. It just saves you time. And try to buy ingredients where you can make 2 or 3 different recipes using the same ingredients. It's a time saver and a money saver. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, give it a like, share it with your friends, follow me on Instagram, and please check out our Facebook group and please join. We'd love to have you there. And remember, all my recipes are good for you, they're good for the animals, and they're good for the planet. And what you put on your plate determines your fate and your weight. Until next time, thank you. If you're looking for some super easy, accelerate your weight loss? No. Hi, I'm Debbie Chu, and nope, I don't like this. Cut.